In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 3rd, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Pistons versus Indiana Pacers. The Detroit Pistons will look to keep up their strong recent form with a win over the Indiana Pacers on Sunday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Detroit has struggled overall this season at 22-56, but has improved of late and picked up a 110-101 road win over the Oklahoma City Thunder on Friday to cover as a 4-point favorite. Indiana is 1 spot ahead in the standings at 25-53 after losing 128-123 to the Boston Celtics on Friday, covering as a big 15-point underdog. This is the 4th meeting of the season, with the home team winning the previous 3, resulting in a 2-1 advantage for Detroit, and the Pistons have covered in each. The Pistons are 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 road games, and 18-3 against the spread in their last 21 games overall. The Pacers are 5-12 against the spread in their last 17 home games, and 2-5-1 against the spread in their last 8 Sunday games. The under is 5-1 in Pistons' last 6 overall. The over is 18-7-1 in Pacers' last 26 overall. The Pistons are 3-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Indiana, and 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. The Pistons are a little banged up here, as Corey Joseph and Marvin Bagley are both out, while the Cade Cunningham is listed as questionable. The Pacers have a list of injuries to deal with themselves, and they could be missing Malcolm Brogdon and Goga Bitadze, who are both questionable for this one. The Pistons are one of the weaker offensive teams in the NBA, which isn't surprising considering how young they are. They're averaging the 2nd fewest points per game and shoot the 3 ball at an unacceptable 32.5% clip. With that said, Cade Cunningham will arguably be the best player on the floor when these 2 teams play. He has shown the ability to take over games, and he went toe-to-toe with Kevin Durant and the Nets 2 nights ago when he scored 17 straight points. They followed that tough loss up with a big win against Philadelphia, so the youngsters in Detroit are still playing hard. Indiana has been lifeless, going 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games. This line makes absolutely no sense, as the Detroit Pistons have been playing with energy and life lately and actually have run into some recent wins. The Indiana Pacers have lost 6 straight games, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 18 points while allowing 57% shooting from the field. How in the world are the Pacers favorites against anybody in their current form is a question we're all asking. It's hard to split these 2 teams at this stage of the season, but there's definitely value with the Pistons as underdogs here, as they've been in surprisingly good form recently. So the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Just about every key player on Detroit is nursing a minor injury, in addition to its leading scorer Grant being out, while Brogdon's potential absence is massive in addition to other good players like Duarte already being out. The Pistons and Pacers rank in the middle of the pack in pace heading into this matchup between 2 bottom feeders. Neither club is going anywhere this year, and each team is looking at its prospects for next year. Indiana has been rolling out 10-man lineups and lacks any reliable depth or scoring from their second unit. Detroit ranks 27th in rebounding percentage, with their only reliable inside option being Isaiah Stewart after Jerami Grant was lost for the remainder of the season. Detroit is still held back overall by its offense, which is slowly improving but is still the worst shooting team in the NBA with an ugly 49.4 effective field goal percentage as a team. Both teams also operate at a below average pace, and there won't be enough shot making on either side considering the injury report. Even though Indiana is a team that tends to play in high scoring games, the amount of production missing for both teams is too concerning to take the over here. Cade will get his points, but this will be a low scoring game with a ton of bricks. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The Philadelphia 76ers will travel to Cleveland on Sunday night in another crucial Eastern Conference showdown. Philadelphia comes in on the second half of back-to-back games after demolishing the Hornets 144-114 on Saturday afternoon. Cleveland is also on the second half of a back-to-back, and they also handled their business on Saturday afternoon, 119 to 101 over the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. Looking at the betting trends, the 76ers are 2 to 5 to 1 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team with a winning record, 2 to 5 against the spread in their last 7 games playing on 0 days rest, and 1 to 4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Cavaliers are 0 to 5 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 0 to 4 against the spread in their last 4 games against a team with a winning record, and 5 to 15 to 1 against the spread in their last 21 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 7 to 3 in the last 10 meetings overall, and the under is 19 to 7 in the last 26 meetings in Cleveland. The Cavaliers and 76ers were both in action Saturday night and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back when they clash in Cleveland. Philadelphia is 2 to 5 against the spread in their last 7 games and has hit a roadblock with Harden and Embiid not as electric as they were right after the trade deadline. The Cavaliers have not covered a spread in 7 straight games and are dealing with injuries to some of their best young players. Jarrett Allen is not expected back anytime soon, and Evan Mobley will likely be out for this weekend's games. Cleveland is guaranteed a spot in at least the play-in portion of the Eastern Conference, as the first 10 teams have already been established. However, Cleveland has been decimated with injuries as second leading scorer and leading rebounder Jarrett Allen remains sidelined, and second leading rebounder Evan Mobley will not play. Plus, the Cavaliers have failed to cover the number in each of their last 7. The 76ers were in a bit of a rut before they blew past the Hornets in a dominant win last night, while the Cavaliers were really struggling before they took down the Knicks in a much-needed win. The 76ers are coming into this game as the team in better form, and they are just about at full strength. It's hard to trust this Cleveland lineup against Embiid and company up front. The Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. The 76ers are 28th in pace heading into this critical matchup with Cleveland. They sit middle of the pack in offensive rating, but they have been struggling lately with their three-point shooting, shooting 32% in their last 3 games. Cleveland has been excellent on the defensive end all season long, but that was with Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley in the lineup. Although both are expected to miss this game, Cleveland and Philadelphia are on the second leg of a back-to-back. Fatigue may be an issue for Embiid, Harden, or Darius Garland, so anticipate some controlled minutes. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Orlando Magic. It's a battle of teams from the Eastern Conference playing out the string on the hardwood down in the Sunshine State. The New York Knicks are on the road as they make the trip to face the Orlando Magic Sunday evening. New York was in action at home against Cleveland Saturday afternoon, losing 119 to 101 in the front half of a back-to-back set. Orlando was knocked off 102 to 89 at home by Toronto in their most recent action Friday night. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Magic owns a 63 to 59 advantage and have won 2 of 3 meetings this season. That includes a 104 to 98 road victory in the most recent matchup back on November 17, 2021. Looking at the betting trends, the Knicks are 8 to 1 against the spread in their last 9 road games, 2 to 6 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team with a losing record, and 6 to 0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Magic are 1 to 5 against the spread in their last 6 home games, 0 to 5 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record, and 1 to 4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 5 to 2 to 1 in the last 8 meetings overall. The Knicks are 1 to 4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Orlando, and the Knicks are 1 to 4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall. The Knicks are missing a list of players including Julius Randle and Nerlens Noel, while Quentin Grimes and Miles McBridge are both questionable for this one. The Magic have ruled out Wendell Carter Jr. and Jalen Suggs, while Cole Anthony and Franz Wagner are both listed as questionable. New York and Orlando have both been eliminated from postseason contention. However, New York has played well of late, covering the number in 10 of its last 15. In contrast, Orlando has failed to cover the number in 6 of its last 8 as well as in 4 of the last 5 played on its home court. New York's defense is the 8th best in the NBA in points allowed at 107 points per game, while Orlando is 29th in the NBA in scoring with an average of only 104 points per game. The Knicks entered this season with high hopes after they made the playoffs last year and rewarded Julius Randle with a big contract. It has been a disappointing season, and New York is all but done in the playoff picture. They are 6 games back and need a miracle to qualify for the 10th and final spot in the play-in. The Magic are trying to lose games at this point, holding out Wendell Carter Jr. and Jalen Suggs in the last week. They can all but guarantee at least the best shot at a number 1 pick with a few more losses. Sure, they will compete and play hard, But it's not easy winning games with a G League lineup regardless of effort. Orlando is 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games. The Knicks are playing this one on 0 days rest, but they simply have more to play for at this stage of the season. So the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Orlando has been one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA all season long. They rank bottom 3 in points per game, field goal percentage, and three-point shooting percentage. They are merely playing to lose at this point, holding out Jalen Suggs and Wendell Carter in an attempt to not only give other players a chance, but to improve their standing for next year's draft. Teams have been scoring on them with ease, and although the Knicks aren't an offensive juggernaut, they will exceed their season average with relative ease. The total number has gone over in 6 of Orlando's last 9 games and 4 of their last 5 facing Eastern Conference foes. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.